Hello, class. This is Jamal Ham. We're here to talk about immigration and assimilation. Um, I think here in this country, we are one of the biggest um, receivers of immigrants coming in from other countries. It is said that Mexicans right now is the largest immigrant group to be coming into the United States. Um, when immigrants come into this country, they are forced to assimilate to the culture that's here. So assimilation. That's when they're kind of leaving behind their norms, their beliefs, their history, and everything to adapt to the norms, beliefs, and things that's going on here in the United States. The United States is not the only country that accepts, immigrants, but primarily because we live here, we accept a lot of immigrants into this country, and a lot of us are forced to assimilate to the values, principles, and beliefs that this country holds. Um, some of the major problems and issues that a lot of immigrants face in the United States. I'm just going to speak on this country and probably other countries too, and they face a lot of challenges and everything. So one of the key issues is the physical and mental health of children, immigrants that arrive here in this country. I think that's just due because our doctors, our mental health professionals are not trained effectively in multicultural training. Um, they're not trained in cross cultural training or any of those things. So a lot of us, it's a lot of immigrants that's getting um, diagnosis that's not accurate, mental health diagnosis that's not accurate because the therapist, they're not aware of this person's cultural norms, beliefs, and things like that. A lot of our doctors, are not accustomed to treating others outside of the American Euro race here. They pretty much um, not trained to treat people. I mean, even simple fact, some doctors that are not even trained to take care of African Americans here in this country, and we've been here for hundreds of years. So I've seen that happen as well. Um, Another issue is with the quality of parenting. Um, Most of the immigrants come here, with their norms, with their beliefs, with their values, with their parental things, and when they get here, they are not equipped to deal with our norms, our principles, and things that we have here in the United States. So it becomes an issue. The quality of parenting becomes an issue. Some people are not able to take care of their kids here because there's a language barrier here in this country with, people taking care of their kids and things like that. Also, labor force productivity is something that was in the notes that we received. Labor force productivity. Um, Quiet is kept. They're just not equipped to work and do the things that we do. That's why you find a lot of immigrants doing a lot of the manual labor type jobs, the carpentry, the jobs that we in America are too lazy to have. We don't want to do those jobs. So, having the Mexicans come over here, building things, that dirty work that, a lot of us don't want to do. I myself, I don't even want to do it. But, we need to have, those people with those skills that can do that because that's how our country, succeeds and runs off of, having that labor here in our country. And also another thing that the notes talked about was civic participation. Um, Coming over here in this country, a lot of them have to, get the green cards. They have to get the other things that is needed to be citizens here in the United States. And with that being said, a lot of them are not able to vote. So their civic duties are not able to happen. They can't even sit on the juries and things like that just because they're not members of the United States. So that kind of hinders them a little bit, you know. So you have to think about that when when we're looking at immigrants and things like that. Um, so I'm gonna give you some of the things. You know, I talked about immigrants, but you know, to let you know, immigrants are people who voluntarily leave their country of origin to migrate to another country. So you know, they're not forced to leave. You know, they're not under attack in their country, because those people will be called refugees when they try to come over to our country. You know, they are then called refugees. Um, Let me see a lot of other things. Let me see what some other things that's going on. And hold on, give me a second. Um, then we got to look at what assimilation means. Assimilation is basically, like I said earlier, it's a way that you know the adaptation of the cultural patterns of the host by the minority. So that means you know when other people come into our country, you know they're coming to basically they're going to have to acculturate and take on you know the beliefs of what's going on in the host society, which is here in the United States. Since we're talking about United States, you know that's going to be the host society. So that's who they have to take care of. And then you know a lot of that goes on in that process. And let me see what else. Let's see. Discuss some of the major challenges immigrants face. We talked about that, and how can native-born help immigrants with their adjustment. So the one way I think that people born here, the native-born, for what you know what they talked about, I think the one way that we can help them is to get trained ourselves in different cultures. You know, go to multicultural training, take some classes in education in colleges and things, and in that way we can help these people out when they come here, and you know they can be productive members of society. You know, there is a high crime rate, you know, they say with immigrants that come in this country, because you know they have to live, they have to survive themselves, so they have to do those things, you know. So some people rob, steal, and do things like that. That's one way. I think that's the major way that we can help them out is educate ourselves, and be open minded to understanding that these people came over here with their own culture, with their own beliefs, with their own norms and things like that, and we shouldn't look down on them because their norms and beliefs are not the same as ours. You know, we all here for one reason, that's to live and be productive. And if we are able to, you know, open up our minds and explore their experiences and explore their explore that, you know, they're in a new place and they don't know people, they don't know things, and if we're able to open up our minds to listen to them, then you know we can be more helpful, you know. um, and then how can naive, culturally uninformed attempts at helping be harmful? Like I said before, if we are not educated on what is going on in these people's culture, it's definitely harmful. We pass on stereotypes, we degrade them, it's things like that. So that's all harmful things that can happen to these people that come over here. And sometimes, you know, they're saying that, you know, sometimes the kids serve as language brokers for their adult parents. And of course, you know, that can be also hard on people because, you know, not being able to speak the language. Okay, just think about it. You go to another country and let's say you go to Mexico or something and everybody just speaking Spanish. You'll feel uncomfortable. You'll feel like, you know, I don't know what these people are saying. How am I going to communicate? How can I be effective if I can't understand the language? So you got to think about it. When these people come over here and then their kids are born here, they learn English, but they can't speak English. It's definitely a language barrier, and it's going to be a problem, and it's going to be harmful. to these people. So that's just my take on immigration and assimilation. Um, that's it. Bye.